What did you say?
I'm 53 years. Me in 1968.
53 years?
1958, 18 February. 53 years. Dr.
Wow. Wow. This is very surprising. Hi guys, we are back again. Chaley, how are you doing? I hope you are doing amazing. I miss you all. Do you miss me? So I'm currently in Kumasi and I arrived last night and I was lodging at King's Towers Hotel. While there, I made a new friend. She said she watches my YouTube videos. That's how we started building a conversation. And she says she's here for an IVF section. And I'm like, IVF? So I figured that, okay, the medical center is very close to my hotel. So why not just walk and see if we can create content? So I'm currently here. Let's go inside. Let's hope we can speak to the doctor. Let's hope we can have a little information about IVF, because I've heard IVF before, but a little knowledge will help. So let's go. Let's see what happens here. Let's go. Did you know that infertility affects men more in Ghana than women? In fact, it is estimated that 11.8% of women and 15.8% of men have infertility. Today's video is quite different from the usual vlogs. Today, we are going to learn about infertility, IVF, and the causes. Let's meet a fertility specialist to explain the causes of infertility and how it can be treated. Let's go right into the video. Hello everyone, I'm so grateful to have here the fertility consultant. He's called Dr. Jojo Francis Daveli. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Stella.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you too for coming around to Hallmark Medicals.
I'm also very happy being here. So doctor, I want to know, when you say fertility or IVF, what exactly do you mean?
Okay, infertility means that a couple have been together for at least a year.
Okay.
They have been having sex regularly and they have not been able to achieve a pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's infertility. And it affects about 15% of couples all over the world. And the causes can be varied. It could be from the man, it could be from the woman. In 30% of the situations all over the world, the cause is from the woman. In another 30% is from the man. And in 30% it's a combination of factors between the woman and the man. And then in the remaining 10%, usually we don't know exactly the cause. So that simply is infertility. There are various forms of treatment for infertility, and the ultimate is what we call the assisted reproductive technology. In vitro fertilization, or IVF, means that we obtain eggs. You know, pregnancy comes when egg and sperm, come together at a place in the woman's body called the fallopian tube. Pregnancy naturally happens in the fallopian tube. Because of technology, we are able to achieve that pregnancy outside the body. So that is what is referred to as the in vitro, outside the body. We do the fertilization, by the grace of God, outside the human body. So the process is called in vitro fertilization. Fertilization outside the human body. So that is what we do. We obtain the egg from the woman through a process. The man produces his sperm. We put them together in the lab. So that is the fertilization is done in the lab. The babies so formed are selected and placed back in the woman's womb. Okay, so that is simply what in vitro fertilization means. Yeah.
So what are some of the causes of infertility
in
both women and men?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier on, a pregnancy happens in the fallopian tube. A woman's reproductive system is made of a womb, 2 ovaries. The ovaries are what produce the eggs, and then a fallopian tube. And a man produces sperm. So during sex, sperm that is deposited in the woman's body, travel through the womb and then through the fallopian tube. When a woman releases egg, by what we call ovulation, the egg enters the fallopian tube. By some luck, the egg and the sperm will meet in the fallopian tube, and the pregnancy will be formed there.
Okay.
And then the pregnancy now moves into the womb to settle. So that is the natural process. If you look at it simply, infertility will occur if there's a problem along any of these lines. If the man's sperm has an issue, pregnancy will not occur. For instance, there are men who cannot produce sperm at all.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
yes, they cannot produce sperm at all, or they are producing the sperm, but the pathway between where they are produced, called the testis, and how or where they come out, can be blocked. Non-production of sperm is simply called azoospermia. Azoospermia. So it could be that the man has azoospermia. Okay, or there are certain parameters we look at for sperm.
Okay.
It could be that the number of sperm is very low. The strength with which they move from where they are deposited in the woman's body to where the eggs are, could also be a problem. So the movement, or what we call motility, could be a factor, or their shape generally. They have a particular shape, and so what we call the morphology. So if the shape has a problem, fertility may not occur, or pregnancy may not occur. These are three major parameters we look at, among others, for the man. A problem with the man's sperm, in terms of motility or movement, the shape, or what we call the morphology, or the number, what we call a count, could be a reason why the man is unable to make his wife pregnant.
Okay.
For the woman, the problem could be from the womb. So the commonest is what we call fibroid.
Okay.
So the fibroid can distort the anatomy of the womb, such that even pregnancy will not occur, or if it occurs, there can be miscarriages. That is one. It could be that the tubes are blocked. The tubes are two, and so from several factors, the tube can be blocked. The commonest is infection. So infection. So women usually, yes. So most women will have signs and symptoms of infection, but they will not report to the hospital. The commonest symptom will be a discharge or itching in the private part, but they will not report. So these infections can go on to affect the tube, and the tube becomes blocked. When the tubes are blocked, there are two. If one is blocked, one can still function. Okay. But in the unfortunate situation where both are blocked, the woman is unable to naturally have a pregnancy. Or for some reason, the woman is not releasing eggs. A woman releases eggs, usually one, but occasionally two or more, every month. Yeah. And if the woman for some reason is not releasing these eggs at least once a month, there will be a problem with achieving a pregnancy. Now, there are many reasons why a woman may not be able to release eggs, but the biggest of them, the biggest problem, could be that the age of a woman. So most people we see here are people who have gone beyond a certain biological clock. Okay. You know, for a woman, the biological clock ticks. And beyond a certain age, actually beyond 35 years, the probability, the chance of achieving a pregnancy becomes very, very low. Okay, so that is a big factor. And so putting this together, this constitutes about 30% of the causes for infertility in a woman. As I mentioned earlier on, there is a 10% of the causes that we do not know we don't know them. Not that they are not causes, but technology that is available is unable to pick these 10% of causes of infertility.
Doctor, you mentioned earlier that there are some men that do not produce sperm at all, or they produce sperm but they are not healthy enough to fertilize an egg. What happens? Is there any way you can help such a person who has such a problem?
Yeah, definitely. Not being able to produce sperm does not mean that the man can never have a child. Okay. So as we mentioned, if the man is producing the sperm, but it is blocked, or the pathway is blocked, such that the sperm are not coming out, we have a process that we can go through to retrieve those sperms that are banked in the testes, and use that through a special form of IVF, what we call intracytoplasmic sperm injection, to achieve a pregnancy for such a man. In such a situation, even if it is one sperm we find, we can still inject that sperm into an egg, achieve a pregnancy, and the wife can carry that pregnancy. That is the situation where the man is producing a sperm, but the sperm cannot find a way out. Okay. But if he's producing sperm, but they have problem with the quality, for most of the quality issues, traditional IVF, in vitro fertilization, can take care of them. Okay. Beyond a certain level, the superior process called intracytoplasmic injection can come in.
Yeah. We are using all the terms.
Yes, but I'm trying to break them down for you. All right.
Very explanatory.
Yeah.
Okay. So, doctor, please, what has been your success rate since you've been a doctor, since you've been here?
Yes, by God's grace, we have been able to beat the average success rate all over the world. All over the world, successes run between 45 to 55%, and any hospital that goes beyond this should be recognized as top-notch.
Doctor, please, this is going to be my last question. Let me not waste your time.
Right.
I also want to know, have you had instances where clients who are above 40 come and say they want to have children? Have you had any instances, and how were you able to help them with such a situation?
All right. I mentioned that a woman has a biological clock. What that means is that every month she loses a huge number of her eggs until she gets to about 35 years, when the decline in her eggs in terms of number and quality goes down very fast. Okay, beyond 35 to 40, the chance of success is very low, but we can still achieve a pregnancy. But if a woman goes beyond the age where she can produce eggs, even then we still have a way of helping them to achieve a pregnancy. In fact, that reminds me, I have a woman here who is 52 years old, in her menopause, but still has been able to achieve a pregnancy through the process of IVF. So you see, never say die. Until the...
Is it possible to speak with her?
Yes, I'm sure she will be willing to talk to you. Okay.
Guys, so we'll get the opportunity to speak to her, at least so that she can also share her experience.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So, Doc, I have heard a lot about IVF, and one thing that stands out is the fact that it's very expensive. So I want to know, I'm sure my viewers will also want to know, is it expensive as people say?
Yeah. Yes and no. It depends on how you look at it. For the average cost, I have had men who come to me and say they spend that in a day, that amount in a day. I have also had very powerful and rich men who have that money but do not want to spend it because they are not assured 100% about the outcome. But I have had women who are doing petty trading, some selling coffee brokeman, coffee brokeman,
Yes, I know.
or credit card by the roadside, who come in here with an accumulation of 1 cedi, 2 cedis, and because of determination, they have done the IVF. Some don't succeed at first attempt, but they still come back to do it. It depends on where you stand, and then how important the treatment is for you. So I would say for some it may appear expensive, but for others it's not a matter for consideration. So what I would say to that is that anybody can afford IVF treatment depending on the motivation. And here one size does not fit all. So there are different ways of helping people to achieve the pregnancy through that IVF process. Yes, Stella, do you mind coming around?
Oh, definitely. My viewers will be interested.
As I was saying, it's not every infertility that we treat with IVF. Okay. Some, it is just because the couple are not having sex at the right time. Okay. What we call the ovulatory time. When we do your investigations and you can tell when they are having their ovulations, sex around that time alone can let the couple get what they are looking for. So that's what we did for this woman. For so many years, 5 years or so, they were not having a pregnancy. It was all because the woman was not ovulating, and so when we gave her medications and timed the time for having sex, she got pregnant. And then, God willing, yesterday we delivered her, and then she got a very beautiful baby girl. Come and see, very beautiful baby girl, 4.3 kilograms baby girl. Mother and baby are doing very well.
Dr. Dameli also gave me the opportunity into the egg collection room to see how the egg collection process is done.
Yeah, so as I was telling you, this is what we call the egg collection process, okay? This patient is a young woman. She's doing the IVF because her tubes are blocked. And so we have given her the medications as we discussed. And what you can see there, those round things you can see are what we call the follicles. They should contain the eggs. So we are coming to do an aspiration to examine and see if we will get the eggs from it. Hopefully we'll get the eggs, and then we go through the process of the fertilization as we discussed earlier on. So you can see I am inside with the needle. Fluid is passing through this tube. There's a tube here. There's a tube here, the fluid is passing through. It will enter these tubes here.
Let's hear from some of the patients with their success stories.
I don't know now, sure. By the way, you're wasting time, Kaka. That person will share your experience of your journey being here at the hospital.
If I show, I say, I was for 9 years. My idea now, one of my many topic to you, the operation, you can directly in fact. And by not seeing me too soon, I topic in the tools never upon your room. I can't back it. When I didn't far, I was a process my nature, so it's all my idea. There be a thing in America. I had Mama, I'm giving my buyer.
Oh, I am back. I saw her when I came. Very cute little girl. Now you say, was it difficult? Process was difficult, and now.
Oh, it's difficult to be asked.
But your baby. It's the whole process. No, not all fear, and I say,
but you're a group on the mouth. Never been around town. Nobody
I before Sauba has you. The seminar I would say, or how about me?
Oh, I had you. Remember, we've been a trim. But me back, I'm a chinchini be brave. That's me, I'm a chinchini be brave. But in Bahani, I had a laptop. Laptop, winner, the American Missaka. And a laptop. The chinchini be brave. What? Well, in fact, the 1st January, when I 10 years.
10 years.
10 years, no, I'm 18th November. In fact, I can 1 month, 2 weeks. I mean, 10 years.
It's now, Pacho, Obia will share video with then I will catch on.
Kasa, make me say, what as I will be a problem, man, you are going to be your hospital do inside, your friend Hallmark. Or go to Milita, no brother, no what dear. Who burn your own, who should be other, you should be other. And send a mere number yard. Oh, Saka, baby, I will be a baby, I will finish your CBR. And in Sabeka, oh, yes, Christ.
Amen. Thank you so much, Midasipa. Ma, good morning.
Yeah, Obo.
So what to say?
A radiatum. Oh, I'm some warrior 27 years in Yanante wa Yako hospital, minti minka ma. Ya hospital Yako bibri. Ya warrior for be 5 years. Just say Yanante Mubia. Amfa. Timokra de Mijay Chidi. They chidi almost be 12 years. Mijay Chidi. Be February mo. And woman be so for mammy, me couldn't so for mammy. I just when doctor be war. Aha. Until one Sunday, next Sunday, I mean, me crocan, I'm going to the medru 53 dear. Me dear, dear, dear. And also, my baby, I am married. I refuse Sarah, no mammy foot here. I'm catching me. So we are query. Yamiad because see there be a buy. Never told doctor. Think a doctor and you doctor say 53 years it. I say, am I queer? Negidi 62 kra. Wow. 62 kra. Engine says that time no on 62 kra engine say in GT. I'm saying. And to move a doctor say Elizabeth 50. Mr. My Chaley Elizabeth, when was it watch Elizabeth? I want to Sarah. Not Dr. Kebit. We went to Kuchame scan. Also, far broad Kakra Ed into B. We ye feel on the best process and one by you. Yammy animal couldn't. On my guest, yet maybe February, date in Ankasa de Mankai. Name 9th May, 9th March, and now we operation. I mean, I do we it's like the any 3 months. Or my mammy name couldn't rene, or mammy couldn't yes can name my name. To me, my in Ra. In Sri Lanka, I say, it drew me. That is a near man. Assess drew me. Ah, because the doctor name was Jose Mecachero. I do many free wa Alberto Sabria. And so, Maka happen for. Mrs. should be saying that. Me wood. The BM catcher was a idea may ye good payaka. Me wood. And I mean, no more do Bonibia, so.
Would you say the cause of everything?
And so you will be a beer. Idea no free. Now the Magians a brain on your day and song. You may see a Magian Chim said, ne Brennan song. Say Brennan song. Now maybe you do beat me a day. To himself in a Brennan song. The ma me woo doctor because I has a kind of minimum baby. Doctor Granam in tea in that. And so I'm sending a Brennan song, you know. The mammy woo doctor. Yami had my name so my cup in form.
I'm very emotional right now. I mean, oh wow. Yeah, as mommy has told us her story, if you're above 40, she's 53 and she is carrying she's carrying one and two and
one.
She's carrying a baby soon too. I'm sure the next time you come here, let me know in the comment section if you want to come here to come and see her beautiful baby soon. So this is very touching. Yeah. Ma, actually that's to say when you are kasa. So we are fortunate to have met one client who has been here before, and he's also here to share his experience. It was good morning.
Morning.
They into Nauba Hasi.
No problem. Now meeting me and perform about.
Okay.
You know, and the directing said member, go doctor.
It's not a problem then specifically.
Maybe they are not tuberculosis.
Okay.
And I'm sorry infection. You won't buy me surgery, as I said, meeting me. It's permanent to me.
Okay, it's only your surgery.
I said you know cause saying.
Oh, quite no normal. Come on. It's your mama do an asana meeting me. It's me by Dr. Honor. Oh, baby, yeah.
After surgery, was it helpful?
Yeah.
After surgery, when we give it a course saying.
Yeah, come and say our faithful.
It's about
6 months now.
6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to twins and one.
Twins.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So he just shared his experience, and Ugaka said, coming here now, has it been helpful?
Higher power. Abuame, can you doctor and come also say to be able to
like, will you recommend this place for anyone who's watching this video?
We'll be able to know we are open to program over the Babano. Doctor everything as of one, and I'm also they are also telling when you are Trema Ubia or Butcher and I'm necessary from you good.
Ghana for more problems. Say, I'm ferry say, the hospital.
So one hospital, over there, you one would what I said. It is I was say, we ferry of 20. Now, a better doctor no throw a crown was so fast. Now was winner, there was winner.
It doesn't pass away in
It's
So the good part is Millicent was the one who made me meet the doctor. So thank you so much, Millicent. So how can we reach you?
Okay, so in Kumasi we are located at Ahinsan Estate, opposite to Second Image.
Okay.
And we are very close to Kings Towers Hotel. Okay, and you can reach us on our numbers. We have our WhatsApp line and then the MTN number.
Okay.
And then on website, yes,
yeah.
we have a website. That's hallmarkmedicals.com.
Okay.
You can also reach us over there.
Okay.
And on our email.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'll insert all the details here. Thank you so much, Millicent.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm really, really grateful.
You're welcome.
So guys, this brings us to the end of this video. Sincerely guys, this has been a humbling experience. I didn't expect them to take their time to go through everything with me, to the extent of even taking me into the theater, if that's what it's called. Guys, this has been a humbling experience, I must say. And don't hesitate to reach out to them if you need any of their services. If you are in London, if you're in Accra, if you are in anywhere, they have accommodation also available for you. So come and tell them you came from Shanelly channel, and I'm sure you get a good discount. And so thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all as always. I love you all, and thanks for the support as always. Mwah.